What's going on, ladies and Larrys? We're back at it again. Beautiful day. It's not hot, cloudy skies, but we're gonna keep cranking on the Lost Mine site here. I got the Recon with me, the fluid bed sluice, the stand. We're gonna set that up, basket classify. We'll run some material, get some material running through the box, and see what we can uncover. But yeah, looking good. Probably hit up there in the front a little bit and see what happens. All right, guys, so I'm utilizing the stand, as you can see, and when the Recon is mounted on it, it's on there. It's attached to the stand. The only thing I have to do to take it off is slide these two bars out of the way, and it comes right off. But when it's mounted on there, and it's in there, it's on there. It's stuck to it. Super important, just like that, and it's back on there again. The reason why I like utilizing a stand like this instead of, now I don't have to, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the water flow and the water height. If I can get away with using a stand, I always use a stand first. And the reason why is because when I go to reset it, it's resetting in the same exact place I have it. So once I have it set up perfectly, have the perfect pitch with a perfect flow, utilizing a stand like this, when it's time to clean out, it doesn't matter if it's a sluice, fluid bed, or whatever, you're resetting it at the exact same you have it. There's no tuning it afterwards. When you're setting it raw in a creek, using rocks and things like that, you don't always get it set in the exact same place, so it takes a little more time. Once you dial something like this in, it's much more efficient. Shovel of the day. See what kind of speck count we get, if any. Oh yeah. Two guys in there. Pixie Poo right up at the top. Got a few colors. A few colors in there. Looks good. Definitely good. Again, the reason why I like using a basket like this instead of a traditional classifier is I can get 3 to 4 shovelfuls in that basket before having to classify. A traditional classifier, you're having to every shovel classify, dump, shovel, classify, dump. Well, this way I can just keep shoveling between classifying, so I don't have to classify. All right, gang, so, okay, I got the first 2 buckets. Got it all classified down, right? About 3/4, that's pretty decent. I can't fill them the rest of the way, but 2 3/4 buckets, that's bucket and a half, roughly, right? So we're doing about a bucket and a half. Maybe next time I fill them all the way, I don't know yet. Very silty material, digging it out of that clay. But what I want to do, and something I wanted to talk to you cats about, is the importance of testing your equipment and testing for losses, right? Don't always take for granted that everything just works. Sometimes it's really good to understand how your equipment works, not just that it works, how does it work? What works best for it? So in the case of all of my equipment, you'll often see me take a test pan and or a gold pan or something like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down like this, and I'm going to catch everything coming out of this, and I'm going to test this test pan to see my losses, if there is losses. It's always good to know that. It's always good to know, you know, and that will also get you to understand the pitch, the flow, the material, the things that I talk about when you're feeding a sluice or any type of piece of equipment. It all matters. And all riffles are different. Even the same riffles, but different from the same company, run differently at different angles, pitches, flows, material, so on and so forth. Different parts of the country, different strokes for different folks, right? So today I'm going to drop this pan. I got to put some rocks down in there. I'm going to place it down in there. We'll run these 2 buckets through there. Before I clean that out, I'm going to do 2 buckets, clean out, but I'm going to also check this for losses, and I'll do that with you guys. All right, gang, so the next part I want to do is I want to test to make sure it's feeding correctly and getting the correct feed. So I'm not going to take a huge scoop, just going to take a little bit. In the slurry, we'll test it. Looking pretty good. Make sure that it's clearing the way it's supposed to clear. If it's not, I make adjustments. It's not. It's holding right in here, and it shouldn't do that when it's running properly. I want to dial this in completely properly, so it's running like a Swiss watch. First, I want to get it dialed in. We're getting better. She's clearing beautifully now. You can start to see it clear out. Just that tiny little movement adjusted that. Still holding a little slow right there, a little slow. We want it a little faster if we can stand it. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do, my plan was to do 2 buckets and then clean up, but I don't have it set exactly right. The pitch is still too high in the front, and I'm down on the front legs as much as possible. So I need to pull it out. I'm gonna remove the front legs, and that'll probably drop the front down where I need it to be. I want it running optimally so we can start really just pushing material through. So instead of doing 2 buckets, running the test pan, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it, clean this out. We'll test the test pan. I'm gonna reset everything, and I'm gonna get these legs off the front of this so I can get it dropped down to the right pitch. Guys, a little sneak peek in the box. These 2 tabs lifted up. There we go. Nothing but heavies. And I could have left that running in there, test pan first, but I'll go ahead and clean it out just to show you guys. Stick that right in the bucket. We're clean. We are clean, gang. That's it. That's all it takes, just like that, and we're clean. Test pan, guys. This is just the tailings off of that. I want to see. Take a peek, take a look, see what we got. There ain't nothing in there, guys. Nothing I can see anyway, and I'm down to the black here. But not even a micro. Look at this crazy train. This crazy train. Don't know what to do with herself. Don't know what to do with herself. You got a sticks? You got sticks? Oh my gosh. Such a big stick. Wow. Wow, what a big sticks. I want this thing running like a Swiss watch. We're still a little high right here. That's the way it's supposed to run right there. So guys, one thing I want to describe to you about fluid bed sluices like this. A grizzly bar necessarily to classify, which it does. It classifies out the bigger stuff, the lighter stuff you see flowing over the top. But the whole design, the whole pattern and design is so that way when the heavy material flow through here and drop through this plate, the water is slowing down, so you're not getting this rushing water, so all that fine flighty gold doesn't blow out the end of it. Most people don't know that. So if you're trying to build one of these, I've seen a lot of home build ones, they'll catch the bigger stuff, they'll catch some gold, but they won't catch it all. And that's the reason. All right, gang, so I did a test pan right here where we were digging this way. I'm getting nothing. It's starting to really die out right here. I took a test pan here. I got one flake. I came over here to the front side of this. We haven't worked this yet. We were working up there, coming down this way. I took a shovel off of there, and you can see the colors in there. We got several. And that's just one shovel right there. So we'll go this way now. Thing is, you don't want to put a lot of effort into material that's not good. And that's why test panning is key, because if you'd have just took for granted this had gold in it, moving all this material, spending all this energy on this right here isn't as good. It's not as good, no way. Always want to mix that up real good and get it real stratified. All right, gang, so we've run about 4.5 buckets total. I got 2 more buckets. I'm filling them about 3/4 full. It's too much work to get that last quarter because I can only classify a shovel at a time because it's high in the bucket. But we're 4.5 buckets of cons worth, right? I cleaned up every bucket, and then what I'm doing now is I'm running 2 buckets through it before cleaning up, reducing the cons down. But I got another 2 buckets to run through. It's about 1.5 buckets total. When I run 2, it's 1.5 buckets. I stopped going that way, and now I'm starting to work this way. I'm going to pull this out right here and classify that out, and I'm re-scraping this, scraping this up. When I classify that out, then I'm just going to dump it over there and reclaim, and I'm going to start working my way up this way, up into this bend right in here. We still got daylight left, so I'm going to run as much as I can. Just like that, it's in place, ready to go again. Sit perfect. It's clear. Doing here, guys, now that we've got this pocket out, I'm scraping all of this because I want this material. I want to get that out of there. I made that little stand for my bucket so it doesn't collapse, but I can still pack it. Runs good. There's nothing faster than this right here. There's nothing. This runs like a big sluice. All right, gang. That was a good run. Wow. Put a bunch of buckets through there. You know, there were 3/4, and these are collapsible buckets that I use just so I could pack everything in. You know, I got the mule loaded up. I mean, we're back here, like I said, it's about 10 miles one way, so we got about 10 miles to get back to the truck. But just, you know, I know there's prospectors out there who carry big buckets and big equipment and all that. I get that. I do too, depending on where I'm at. If I'm going from the car just a few feet down to the creek or river, great. You're doing this guerrilla prospecting like I'm doing out here, way out. I mean, way out. To carry buckets and things like that, bulky items, you know, it's impossible, especially big equipment too. You know, that's the other thing with this stuff is that most people don't realize you're not going to come out here and pack, you know, a gas motor and a high banker. It's just not going to happen. There's just no way. I mean, I could barely get out here with my little battery operated jammy, but you know, you see how I have the mule loaded. I got the excavator tied to the side of it. I got the panner bags, which I carry gear in there. You know, of course, camera gear. This is bulky, but it's just a little classifier. Everything else goes in an 85 liter big backpack, Teton Explorer backpack. But yeah, but yep, we got a long trip ahead of us. Get the mule in high gear and get out of here. What do you think about them apples? She's ready. Anyway, guys, real quick too, I just want to point out, I am going to do the cleanups on the weekend, probably on Sunday evening, live stream. So the cleanup for my digs, for my prospecting, are going to be done more than likely on a Sunday evening. You can catch though, you know, it'll record and post, but I figure what I'll do is, as I prospect throughout the week, I'll just save all the cons, and then we'll just do a live stream cleanup, shoot the BS, any questions, or you know, and you guys just want to come and help support me, that'd be cool. Just come say hi. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So the cleanups for this and wherever else I might go this week will be done on Sunday evening, guys, live stream. So come check it out, say hi, support, appreciate you. Give it a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.